Tonight, the state government unveils the new Perth Waterfront project. Cameron Mansell has sacked his lawyer before the Craig Puddy trial. Good evening, thanks for joining us.
Also tonight, 3 city councils in Perth have joined together for a safe driving campaign. And how funny it can get when Mark Zuckerberg and Eisenberg come together.
The final design plan for the multi-million-dollar Perth Waterfront project has been revealed by the state government this Tuesday. The construction will begin next year, and the government has allocated 270 million Australian dollars to kickstart the project.
The state government has revealed the final design plans for the multi-million-dollar Perth Waterfront project. According to the ABC, the government has allocated $270 million in this year's budget for work to begin next year.
There will be a 1.5 hectare waterfront promenade which will link up to an island in the river. The plan includes cafes, bars, restaurants, an Indigenous cultural centre and a cable car from Kings Park. The Premier Colin Barnett says it's exciting to see the project finally going ahead. Mr. Barnett has committed the money in the 2011 to 2012 budget, and construction will begin after the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in October.
Been a lot of talking, a lot of designs and discussion about the Perth Waterfront over at least the last 30 years. The project now is formally underway.
WA's peak construction body says the announcement could not have come at a better time for the industry. The Master Builders Association Director Michael McLean says after a downturn in the commercial sector, it is good news for the construction industry. Moyuk Mazahid, DHK News.
WA Police has collected 3,000 Australian dollars worth of counterfeit 50 Australian dollar notes. In the media conference, they've confirmed that 2 suspects has been reprimanded. Police Detective Senior Sergeant Chris Adams urges the public to look out and bring in the fake notes to the police as soon as they see it.
Probably the key distinctive feature in relation to the counterfeit notes are the polymer window on the polymer note. You'll note with the fake or counterfeit notes that they don't have the embroidered $50 note on them or sign. That's quite distinctive, and also the stars of the Southern Cross on the note are also quite distinctive as well. So if for a quick reference, you hold it up to the light. If you don't see that $50 note sign or embroidered on the window and you look at the stars, they look quite distinctive. You probably have a counterfeit. Also, the colour is quite distinctive as well. It's very separate, very different to the original $50 notes.
A man accused of murdering missing Perth millionaire and businessman Craig Puddy has sacked his lawyers just a month before the start of his trial. His lawyers have told the court that Mr. Mansell does not want to represent him anymore.
Cameron James Mansell is alleged to have murdered 45-year-old Craig Puddy, who disappeared in May last year. Mr. Mansell was scheduled to face a hearing in the Supreme Court this Wednesday to determine whether his trial should be heard by a judge sitting without a jury. His lawyers told the court Mr. Mansell had told them he no longer wanted them to represent him. The case was adjourned until later this month to allow Mr. Mansell to determine whether he wants to hire new lawyers. Richie Lee, DHK News.
Melville, Cockburn and Fremantle councils together has launched a new road safety campaign next week in the hope to spread the importance of safe driving and bringing down the accident numbers in the area.
3 city councils together are trying to urge more than 200,000 residents in the area to sign a pledge to drive safely. The motorists who take part in the campaign will receive a bumper sticker saying they had signed a promise to drive within the speed limit, be considerate to cyclists, pedestrians, and other road users. The HK News understands that the running of the campaign costs more than $41,000. They also hope to spread the message through the police, schools, and community groups in the area. Cockburn City Mayor Logan Howlett spoke to me earlier.
Quite dangerous.
Well, there's been widespread community concern, particularly with people studying there's a lot of hooning activity. So it's just encouraging people to say, let's be responsible, let's make a contribution to road safety in our local community by getting behind the safe speed promise and making a pledge to drive within the law.
The Office of Road Safety figures show that 60 deaths a year are related to speeding. We can only wait and see if this road safety campaign really makes a difference. Shibsway, DHK News.
The Weather Bureau has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for residents in a large part of the state. The warning covers an area bounded by Mandurah, Meriden, Warburton, Merston Roadhouse and Jurien Bay, including Perth and Kalgoorlie. The storms may be accompanied by very heavy rainfall, flash flooding, hail and wind gusts up to 110 km an hour.
The death inquest on the Manila hostage crisis continues on Hong Kong High Court these few days. One of the survivors of the hostage crisis told the court that they had planned to snatch the gun from the government but failed to carry out their plan. Hong Kong correspondent CL Pro has more.
A Hong Kong inquest has heard that 3 hostages planned to grab a gun of a former Philippine policeman holding them on a bus in Manila. However, a survivor of the hijacking, Chen, said that herself, tour leader Masa Te, and another tourist Ken Leung failed to carry out the attempt. The 2 men were among the 8 people later killed, with Mr. Leung shot while trying to throw himself on the gunman, Rolando Mendoza. The court was also told that the mood of the gunman changed from being friendly at first to extremely angry before he started shooting hostages one by one. Sia Pro, DHK News, reporting from Hong Kong.
The Commissioner of Police, Anit Singh, says Tony Chen's plan to take his case to the Court of Final Appeal won't affect the investigation into allegations of forgery against him. He had made the remark a day after a feng shui practitioner lost an appeal over who should receive the fortune of the late China Chen tycoon Nina Wang. Mr. Chen was arrested in February last year and placed on $5 million bail after a lower court ruled he had produced a fake will.
Unemployment figures shows that Britain's 16 to 24-year-olds continue to suffer in the tough job markets. Overall unemployment figure shows just over 2.5 million in the final quarter of last year. The number of women claiming job seekers allowance is the highest since 1996, and the long-term out-of-work figures have also risen. British correspondent Jonathan Tang has more.
Despite the bleak picture painted by the results, the government remains optimistic about the recovery, pointing out that the number of vacancies across the country is also at a record high. Recent cuts in the public sector are being cited as a reason for the increase. Critics of the government's austerity measures highlight the fact that public sector redundancies are currently continuing, and the full effect on unemployment figures cannot be measured yet. Paul Kenny, General Secretary of the GMB Union, points out so far GMB has logged over 162,000 direct job losses in the pipeline in 290 councils, with more to come. Industry experts have echoed the argument that there is an imbalance in suitable job opportunities in the private sector.
However, it is the number of young people affected by unemployment that is causing the most concern. Analysts argue that if the government does not address the issue properly, the damage to the UK economy could be felt for many years to come. Jonathan Tang, DHK News, reporting from England.
CBS foreign correspondent Lara Logan suffered a brutal sexual assault at the hands of a mob in Egypt while covering the downfall of President Hosni Mubarak. The incident took place in Cairo's central Tahrir Square last Friday, the day Mr. Mubarak stepped down. CBS had issued a statement saying that she is currently in hospital recovering.
Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi will go on trial in April over allegations he paid a 17-year-old girl for sex and abused his power by trying to get her clear of theft. He is involved in 3 other trials on charges of corruption and bribery, but this one is without doubt the most serious allegation of his career.
A judge in the Italian city of Milan has ruled that the Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi will have to stand trial on charges of paying for sex with a 17-year-old girl. In Italian law, that's underage to be a prostitute. Mr. Berlusconi has called the accusations groundless. But Berlusconi does admit he gave her $9,500 in cash, which he insists was not a payment for prostitution, but a gift for a friend in need. He has also admitted giving her a car and a diamond necklace. After reviewing more than 600 pages of evidence, a pre-trial hearing to establish the strength of the case was not deemed necessary. Following the announcement, the Prime Minister's camp reiterated its claims that Berlusconi was a victim of a witch hunt by his political opponents. The judge's decision to take on the 74-year-old Prime Minister comes just days after mass protests in Italy saw up to 1 million people take to the streets calling for Berlusconi's resignation. Braden Edwards, DHK News.
And finally tonight, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg finally meets Jessica Eisenberg, the man who played him in the movie The Social Network.
It turns out that both of them can create funny moments when they come together.
You know what, I feel like I'm misrepresenting myself.
Yeah, well, misrepresenting people is something you have a lot of practice with.
Whoa, Mark Zuckerberg, hey, how are you?
Oh, how am I? I'm bad, okay? You got nominated for an Academy Award for playing me. And what do I get, you know? What do I have to feel good about?
Wasn't Facebook just valued at like $50 billion?
Oh, that's right, yeah. Well, good luck at your dinky movie award thing. All hail the Zuck!
It looks quite funny.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's all from the DHK News Desk. I'm Ivan Lam.
And I'm Isabel. Have a good weekend and good night.
Good night.